Hello friends, my name is Ramsu. Today we shall discuss about a topic, the services offered by Microsoft Azure. Friend, today's topic is very interesting, especially if you have interest in cloud computing and you want to know about it. So today's topic is very important for you. So let's start, friend. First of all, I would request to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell option as well, so that my new videos can reach to you. Also, you can follow me on the Facebook page as well. Friend, a public cloud computing platform, Microsoft Azure offers infrastructure as a service (IaaS), software as a service (SaaS), and platform as a service (PaaS), and a serverless model. A constant hybrid cloud, Microsoft Azure is growing in demand, with approximately 90% of the Fortune 500 companies using Azure services. The Azure Cloud Services are trained and created to deploy and manage even complex apps through virtual infrastructure. It supports various programming languages, devices, databases, operating systems, and extensive frameworks. Therefore, Azure Services intended for the professionals and enterprises offer all-around alternatives to the traditional means of organizational processes, with top Azure services greatly improving the performance. Why should you choose the Microsoft Azure services? Friend, while every business can have their individual reasons to choose Microsoft Azure services, there are several reasons and advantages. Microsoft Azure is capable of providing an combination of infrastructure as a platform as a service (IaaS) and platform as a service that helps enterprises create and deploy their own web apps without over the groundwork problem. Microsoft Azure has designed security development lifecycle, an industry standard security process that considers all security features, including getting licensing and ensuring the best safety in all operations. There is a vast user base already on Microsoft Azure, but the infrastructure is constantly scaling up. By using more processes for applications and selling storage through the cloud, it can run without an additional coding. A hybrid coding computing ecosystem is still a unique feature of Microsoft Azure. It can improve the performance by utilizing virtual private network (VPNs), express route connection, cache, CDN, etc. As most enterprises rely on Microsoft Office tools, it is wise to invest in a cloud platform that integrates well with all Microsoft products. Additionally, knowing C++, C, and Visual Basic can help you steer your career in Microsoft Azure. If you require further validation, you can find it more from this video. Microsoft Azure has intelligence and analytics capacities to improve the business process with the help of machine learning bots, cognitive APIs, and blockchain as a service. Microsoft Azure also has SQL and NoSQL data processing facilities to get deeper and actionable insights from the available data. One of the major reasons to choose Azure services is the affordability, as virtual infrastructure maintenance is extremely cost efficient. While there is no long list of competitors in cloud servicing, the top runners like Google and AWS continue to give a tough fight to Microsoft Azure in the race of being the most used cloud service. Despite intense competition, Microsoft Azure continues growing and evolving over the years, especially through the phase of remote working due to pandemic in 2020 and 2021. Now let's see Azure Active Directory. Azure Active Directory (ADI) is one of the most popular cloud computing services from Microsoft Azure. Belonging to the identity section, it is a universal identity platform to ensure the management and security of identities. It deserves the topmost mention in our list of best Azure services because of its robust security solutions. Azure Active Directory offers single sign-on and multi-factor authentication as an enterprise identity service to protect them from cybersecurity threats. Identity-based security ensures complete safeguarding of the users as well against cyber attacks. They can access the software from any corner of the world through authenticated login. As Azure Active Directory creates a single identity platform, it is also easier to have secure engagement with internal and external users. Azure CDN, Azure Content Delivery Network, deserves a mention here for being an extremely important Azure service that enables and accelerates growth in business. It serves as designed in a way that it can integrate a lot of storage space, web apps, and Azure cloud services. This is why Azure CDN is used to deliver content securely all across the world. Azure Data Factory. To create a data-driven workflow in cloud computing, Azure Data Factory ingests data from several sources to automate data transmission and movement. Azure Data Factory utilizes several Azure services for computing like Azure Machine Learning, Azure HT Insight Hadoop, and Azure Data Lake Analytics. Azure Data Lake can be understood as a huge repository of data in its original form for big data analytics. Azure SQL. Azure SQL database comes under the category of the platform as a service and is related to most of the database management functions like backups, monitoring, patching, and upgrading without any kind of user involvement. The efficiency of Azure SQL without requiring any human intervention is the reason why we have to mention it in our list of top Azure services. The Azure SQL database brings integrated PaaS capabilities, helping you administer domain-specific databases and optimize the activities as per your business needs. The Azure SQL database is always upgraded to the latest and stable version of the SQL Server database engine. It is accompanied by a patched OS with 99.9% availability. Azure Function. Developers use Azure Functions to connect to data sources or messaging solutions and react to events. The best part about Azure Function is its compute on demand capacity, which means that you only pay for the services when you consume these resources. Azure Functions, a serverless compute service, enables enterprises to run event triggered codes without having an infrastructure for its provision. CosmoDB. One of the most celebrated Azure services, CosmoDB, is a globally distributed database service. It can access and manage data from scattered data centers distribution patterns through Microsoft Azure. Interestingly, CosmoDB ensures 99% availability while restricting read and write latencies to single digit milliseconds. DevOps. As you start using Microsoft Azure services, the software as a service platform of DevOps will be needed to develop and deploy software. It offers easy integration facilities with famous tools in the industry and can help orchestrate a DevOps tool chain. DevOps services prove the agility of the tools by tracking, planning, and discussing their work among other teams. For most of the users, DevOps are greatly beneficial to their applications, irrespective of the platform, language, or cloud. They also enable faster delivery through active planning and better collaboration. Using the efficient tools, this Azure service ensures an access to unlimited cloud-hosted private repository where the application coding welcomes collaboration with advanced file management. Azure Backup. Human error is a crude reality, and Azure Backup allows simple data protection tools from the Azure Web App Services to keep your data protected from ransomware or loss of any kind. The backup cost is almost inexpensive and can be used for backing up SQL workloads as well as data from virtual machines too. Tools like Windows VSS Snapshot and Linux can come in handy along with Azure Backup to maintain consistency in the data. Logic App. Friend, as one of the top Azure services, Logic apps have gained immense popularity due to their useful and efficient tools. They can offer effective solutions to integrate different applications. One must note the tightly knit ecosystem of cloud-based SaaS connections like Google Services, Twitter, and Office 365. Logic app make it very easy for electronic data interchange standards to operate in collaboration with trading partners through their B2B functionalities. Virtual machines. A virtual machine is generally called an image, a file that can behave like an actual computer. Microsoft Azure offers the addition of virtual machines in its compute category, thus creating Windows or Linux systems within a few seconds on a physical computer. The virtual machine stays separate from the rest of the computer, thus providing a perfect space to test beta applications, access virus infected data, create system backups, and run applications that were not natively intended to be run on the given operating system. Using hypervisors management, Microsoft Azure also enables running multiple virtual machines on the same physical computer. Each virtual machine has its own virtual hardware along with specifications for CPU, memory, hard drive, network. Virtual machines can reduce the cost of investing in physical machines along with the added maintenance cost, power charges, and cooling facilities. So friend, thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please share it with the friends and colleagues, and thanks a lot for watching the video. Thank you, friends.